go into.
Okay. So yeah, Michael Richards was on. I'm sorry. Hang on. Sorry. Is Goldberg a famous wrestler?
Yeah, he's the bald Jewish wrestler.
I didn't know that.
And Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah. But I thought. Okay. I'm sorry.
No, it wasn't that good. To be honest with you.
So anyway, Whoopi Goldberg, Whoopi Goldberg was on The View because she works for that show, and she had Michael Richards, who has been doing a press tour for his new book, The Art of Crowd Work. You know, stand up nowadays, everyone has crowd work clips, so everyone's been dying for Kramer to write his advice on it. But every time he goes on this, like you said, he can't not bring up his most memorable moment. So we'll just kind of go through this interview.
What's wrong with Whoopi's skull, by the way? It looks kind of weird.
She looks goofy.
The views, yes.
Not the name of the show. Okay. He's like Jordan Peterson. He's dressed like Jordan Peterson. He's
even got the hair fixed up like him. Damn.
He's been he's got quite the makeover. Anyway, we'll keep going.
Michael and I were on stage together 175 years ago.
When you were still a slave, Whoopi. That's what he wanted to say. No. Okay, we'll keep going through this.
Coming into things, coming out of things, coming into things, coming out of things, the comings and the goings and all those...
Care to comment on coming?
Hell yeah, dude.
all those moments that define us.
Well, I'm so happy that you're here. And let me just start by saying...
He scoots away from her.
I don't believe in cancel culture. I believe in consequence culture. And you've paid a lot of consequences.
Indeed.
So we understand that. And so let's go to your infamous racial tirade on stage at the Laugh Factory back in 2006. We all saw that. It went viral. You were being heckled by some black audience members.
He's trying not to laugh. I mean, he's going, dude, if she says it right now, am I allowed to laugh?
Like, don't make me say it. Don't make me fill in. He's got that brain where it's like he has to like correct things with the facts. So he's like,
and I don't want to spoil it, but he's gonna blame Kramer for this.
Yeah.
Just what were you thinking? What happened?
He's like, I mean, you saw the clip. They were, being too loud. What was I gonna do? Sit there?
I mean, he's already having enough trouble not asking to touch Whoopi's hair. So
can we at least give him a round of applause for that? Like,
I'm on stage with a microphone in my hand, doing an act, breaking in material. It's late at night. And man in the audience made an announcement that he doesn't think I'm very funny. And I came back. Now, first, I must say, look, I'm not a normal man.
What an excuse. Can I use that excuse from now on?
So that's what we need. We should comment. You know what? We gotta right some wrongs here. Let's go to where someone called us racist, and we'll use the cunning Kramer excuse. We're not normal people.
We're not normal people.
There we go. Okay, thank you for that one, Kramer. The cunning Kramer effect.
We're off the hook.
Yeah. Whew. Okay.
That's not his only excuse.
Yeah.
There's a lot of eccentricity going on in my kind of comedy.
I've been called eccentric,
certainly I could never have created a character like Kramer without being slightly touched. I went into character.
I mean, the way he's making his faces, it's like how he slipped and fell on a banana peel and landed into a rake that like hit him. He's like, yeah, yikes, I went into character.
Well, it's like when somebody's talking about a ghost and they're like, is it here with us right now? You know, it's like, is Kramer about to be with us right now? Do we need to be on our toes? Because if it's that easy for you to go in and out of character when you're not on set, then, I mean, that could, that warrants a psychiatric evaluation.
You might as well be playing with like a Ouija board when you're like, and you were Kramer, like just even saying the name Kramer, like that could trigger him into going at it. So, okay, we'll keep going.
Slightly touched. I went into character. I work in a comedy club environment where the N-word is used a lot.
By black people, not a real excuse again. None of these are real excuses.
Well, okay, well...
I don't even care that he did it, obviously, and it's even crazier that, like, some stupid bitch is going to be, like, 18 years later, be like, you remember when you said the N-word that one time?
remember when people would say that?
Remember when people would say it?
Yeah. And his excuses so far are what? I'm not a normal person.
Yeah.
I was in character.
But I got cast as that character because I am that character is basically his reason.
Yeah.
I'm eccentric, which is how I got the part.
And other people were saying the N-word without even...
If anybody in the comments wants to drop the episode when Kramer does say the N-word, or it's implied that he says it, let me know. Because I don't remember him even being aware of anybody else but himself. So I don't even know that he knew black people existed.
Or even like the soup Nazi. Did he even know about that?
No, he wasn't even in that plot.
He was like, I befriended him, Jerry. Jerry, meet my friend. And that was the end of the episode. Okay,
where the N-word is used a lot, and I decided I would let it loose. And
not even, I love this. Every word is like, can be studied. I mean, instead of saying where the N-word was used a lot, and I used it, like that is the appropriate way to kind of like
let loose.
I let it loose.
Which implies that people are constantly having to hold it in because it's so funny.
And I opened the floodgates. Like,
and,
it's not used anymore. Those days are over.
shut up.
for me, they certainly
She's always the biggest buzzkill, so it's... Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
For everybody.
yeah. By the way,
For everybody?
cancel culture, I canceled myself out.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I'm out of there.
That's a
When that
slogan.
rage came about. And
So it was rage.
well,
Someone
sure.
saying you're not funny.
Yeah, and the rage is channeled into a character. I am trying to perform in my own way.
I mean, this is honestly our best defense.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing, people.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to perform. Your Honor, I was trying to perform. I don't know what else you want from me. Oh my gosh. Okay.
And that got me deeper into hell. That's not a right word to use, is it?
I meant to say heaven. I was in heaven with how liberally I was using it.
And I know she is the one that asked the question, but he's only looking at her. He's like, I can't look over at Whoopi right now.
Yeah, yeah. You're black enough to where I can look at you.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to look at Joy because I see nothing. I see like Patrick Starr. So I got to look at somebody.
I felt I got hit, so I'm hitting back.
Yeah.
That person went low, I'm going lower. And, I'm very emotional.
I mean,
about
this is us because this is what people are telling us. We're not funny. I have an annoying voice.
Yeah, yeah.
But we drop it
going
in.
lower.
And I mean, we're going lower.
Yeah. I mean, Kramer is giving us the playbook right here.
See, I can still, after 18 years, you can feel but this is the passion that I am. Maybe it's because I'm Italian. I tried, but it went to hell. It was heroic, horrific.
That's the best part of the whole thing. It was heroic. And he doesn't even like start to say it and catch himself. He fully says heroic and then he has to backtrack. I was deep into character. It was heroic.
Play that part again.
Okay.
But it went to hell. It was heroic, horrific.
You've apologized for it.
I have.
And
I
you've
have.
learned something from this, don't you?
Oh,
You've
indeed,
learned something.
indeed.
But let me ask you, Michael, do you still have that rage in you that you had that night?
Anger is still around. It doesn't go away. It's the color.
I mean, good
I
God.
like that he's not denying it.
I know. He's not like, well, that part of me, no. But he's like, anger, what is anger but a performance? And what did I do but perform on stage? This is like so bad. This is the worst defense ever.
I know, it's crazy that he keeps, I mean, he's had 18 years or whatever, however long it's been since Jerry brought him onto Letterman and had him zoom in.
Yeah, yeah.
And his defense wasn't any better then.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would say from our perspective, it's even better. But,
Yeah.
But he's not, why doesn't he just say, I said it once, I haven't said it since?
Right, right.
You know, if he really wants to be off the hook. But, you know, I mean, he wants to be true to himself on some level. You can tell he doesn't want to lie.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes when I drop something, it slips out and I let it fly. And so.
My fur. I went personal, and then I started seeing it collectively.
Whoa.
Rage behind
So you
the
started hating
wars.
all black people instead of that one black guy that yelled.
Started looking at crime statistics and seeing the patterns at why 13% does 50%, and I really let it go. Okay, we'll keep going through this.
I'm there in a club making war on my fellow man. Those were big considerations.
He's performing now.
Yeah, that's true.
You also write out some of the highs of your life, and obviously 9 seasons on
Just that
Seinfeld as the
again.
beloved Cosmo Kramer, one of the most iconic comedy characters.
So I also like how because they're probably no longer talking about the N-word, but the turn of that is, so you were literally Kramer.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
know. Well, and they didn't know that was going to be his reason, so it just lines up perfectly that they're like, he blamed Kramer for what was one of his excuses for saying it. And then they're like, you played this iconic character, falling all over the floor, letting loose.
Yeah, moving the arm gestures of him and saying the N-word.
By the way, the title of his book is Entrances and Exits, and I don't think any of them got that it has to reference him coming and going on the show.
Right, because
probably more than anything.
Joy was like, what's that a reference to? And then he was like, well, Shakespeare. But yeah, it's him sliding in and out of places. And that's how he slides when he goes into a building and sees that black people are in it. Then he slides out immediately to try to save himself. But it's like he's done for 20 years. Like he did that Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. And then he went on Comedians in Cars getting coffee. And the whole time he just apologized for that. And it's like, dude, enough is enough. Like shit or get off the pot. Say it again or never bring it up.
Well, he didn't bring it up though. I mean,
on this?
He didn't bring it up. They brought it up. I mean, this is their fault.
Yeah.
And actually watching it back, it didn't ruin the, I think he squirreled around it pretty good. Squirmed.
Yeah. I mean, he had a few things, which when you take them out of context, they sound very funny. I mean, it's just, his defense is just funny, but I guess it's good that it wasn't the typical, I'm learning, That's always the worst excuse where it's like, you didn't know that saying the N-word was a bad thing. Or when sexual assault allegations come out about someone, they're like, I'm learning. It's like, you didn't know rape was bad.
And also, nobody was saying it 18 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't think.
We'll be checking out his book.
I'm not. I'm not going to pretend on that one.
I'll be telling you what I find when I check out his book.